one of my favorite games actually, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. And just want to apologize real quick that I was just a little bit late, but I had some April Fool stuff happen to me as well. Like I was trying to cook, and then suddenly the gods of April Fools decided to make my packet of macaroni. You know, I was just making some pasta. I was trying to open the bag of pasta, and suddenly, like, it ripped open, and a part of the macaroni fell on the floor. So I had to vacuum it first before I just went to, just cook. But anyways, we're here. We're going to have a fun time because this is a surprise live stream, April Fool's edition. Thanks for actually setting the clock both times. You've booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. Oh, that's the horror. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. Yeah, well, I have a short attention span, but I do try. Don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Yeah, okay, what's the deal? Depends on what the deal is. I don't do children, I don't do animals. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Oh, that's interesting. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. I love a game that says that I've accomplished something without even doing anything. That's why I love the Stanley Parable. All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Well, nice chatting with you, ChatGPT. Or Stanley Parable GPT, I don't know. Seems like I got like some sort of buddy. Yeah, we got everything set up. Yeah, that's cool. Show radical, we don't need a radical. Who needs a radical? Show comfort 1. Nails content runs in an option to skip sections of the game that deal with suicide, trauma, and mental health issues. Hey, hello, welcome to the live stream. I'm sorry that it was a little bit late. I had some troubles with the cooking problems. It seemed like my April Fools, really the gods went April Fools on me. I'm going to enable this just because like, I just want to give you guys a fair warning when I'm doing this live stream that you can skip these parts, like suicide, trauma, and mental health issues, just for YouTube purposes. So if you're not comfortable with certain parts of the live stream or the video, if you're rewatching this, you can just skip these parts. Show color labels. Enables additional text next to gameplay colors. Show them on maybe. Enables translated labels on top of in-world text. Nah, don't need it. Reduce motion, remove screen shaking, camera bot. Nah. Toggle auto walk. Nah. That's okay. Yeah, I think we're good. Just not audio. Yeah, 100% crouch. No jumping. Simplified controls. Do you need? Oh man, they've thought of everything. I can use everybody to interact. Well, it's not a Souls game. I should be fine, right? They should give me like simplified controls.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
That's the same as my desk job.
Desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
And that until he retires at 80 years old.
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
What is it?
Something he would never quite forget.
What?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Hey, it's April Fool's today,
to give
so
him instructions,
guess that's it.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked,
I don't know about
frozen
that.
solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Don't we all hate it? Like when you're doing... I mean, you guys would probably know it. I was just gonna say it. I work at the government, so I'm working at a desk job. I mean, it's not the hardest job in the world. I'm going to admit that. But anyways, like when you're working with computers and like the whole system crashes, this is exactly the scenario that just plays before you. Like, you can't do anything because everything is digitalized. Like, it used to be like you could do stuff on paper. Like I have, we actually when I just started, we had like this period that we were working with paper files, but now we're doing everything digital, everything scanned and stuff like that. But I mean, if the system just crashes like this, then no. You can't do anything, but management does what do wants you to be productive.
What could it mean?
Well, Stanley, you can't be productive right now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
And probably everyone at the meeting is like, "Oh, Stanley, you should have shown up here." I've put my time on 7:32 p.m., so maybe that's why. That's why nobody's here. 424, 422. I love it how this office just makes you feel really special, like giving you this number. Like your self-worth is skyrocketing to the roof. Oh, this door is open. Oh, I can't. Oh!
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance
Oh, I
the
just shut off the
story in
computer.
any way.
Didn't know I could do that. Boop. Ah! Let's touch everything. April Fools, fellas! April Fools, bitches! Woo. Hey, open up! Open this door! Open the goddamn door! For the love of God! Please! Oh, this is useless. Oh, L1 is crouching? Oh, L2 is also crouching. Nah, not much we can do. Do we have like a run? What does it say? There are like back rooms over here, but they're not like very cozy like.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Hey.
he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I can move through this door. He entered the door on his left. Well, April Fools, fellas, we go to the right.
Way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Stanley
Perhaps
is
he
not
wanted
going to be
stop
tricked by
the
your
employee
mechanics.
lounge first, just to admire it.
No, yeah, well, Stanley is suspecting, and me as well, that the employees will have thrown a really great surprise party. Like, they'll be, hey, April Fool's Stan, but, you know, it's like Stanley's birthday, who knows, and they'll be like, oh, congratulations, man. That would be, like, an awesome workplace to work, like, that would be an awesome co-worker vibes, you know? There's the bathroom.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Yeah, it has a vending
really
machine.
Been worth the detour after all.
It has a vending
just to spend
machine.
a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Oh,
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh, shut up, sourpuss. Well, coffee mugs, but they're all empty.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
I'm just admiring the art.
So utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yeah, well.
Really worth it.
Yes, it is. It's relaxing. I love it, and I need to grab me a Coke.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Way to make me feel good about myself, narrator. You're a douchebag, man. Oh
Stanley
man, I
sat
don't have
around
any
waiting for more
money.
dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Nah, I need to break the game. Intentionally or unintentionally, probably the latter. I'm just gonna break the game. I don't know. I just want my Coke. Maybe if I like shake up the vending machine, then a Coke will magically fall down and I can just grab it. Well, I mean, we've all been there, you know. You know, all these comedy sketches, like they got these guys or someone's hand like stuck in the vending machine trying to get grab like a free soda or something like that because these things are bugged as hell, or at least the old versions. I don't know if it can still be done, but I mean, we've all been there. Painting? Nah. Okay, let's just leave the staff room. I won't get my Diet Coke anytime soon. And I've seen we've got some more visitors to our April Fool's live stream. Welcome to the stream, man.
On his left to get back to business.
Anyways, some plans.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, that sounds like Bun. Oh, that's me. I just do whatever the fuck I want. It's just part of my ammo. We're like at a... I don't know. It's like, I don't know what's called in English, but... like kind of a... back room, I guess. Ooh, can I jump down? Whoa! Whoa!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, Stanley, man. Oh, Stanley, you're still alive. They patched you up, man. Stanley, you fucking moron. Why did you do that?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, Stanley, man. You cracked me up, dude. You're a wreck-it, man. Oh, best ending ever.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Yes, it is.
Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
True.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, really? Did he now? Well, Stanley's not gonna be fooled by you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, we're short-staffed, so that's the reason. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Oh my god, man. That's a... Oh my god. Stanley, you're gonna get fined as hell. But we need to get through the cargo lift, man. We need to use it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Literally?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
No.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Ooh.
Please, Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who is
This
her?
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
But who is
She's
it?
been waiting.
The love of my life? The life of my love? Who is it? My Juliet? I don't know. Stanley's love interest? Who is it? Oh man. It's all dark in here. I've played like way too many horror games to let myself be tricked. I don't know. Just leap of fate. Whoop.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
But what happens if I don't? What if this is just all April Fool's Day? They are just pranking me, trying to test me. Will I get killed if I don't pick up the phone? Will the game progress? I'm gonna die. I'm just locked up inside a room with a telephone. This is what it must feel like working in a call center every day. It's hell. I'm gonna get crazy just listening to the ringing of the phones every day. It's also part of my job, working at a call center. Oh man. But I'm thankful that it's not the full-time job, because, oh man. Kudos to everyone who works at the call center, by the way. I didn't mean anything offensive by it, like really, really. Big preach. I couldn't be able to do it, I wouldn't be able. I picked up the phone.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Well, I called you on your April Fool's prank, so who's laughing now? I have the last laugh. I knew you were messing with me, but I couldn't progress the game, you narrator.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Ah, crap. Ah, you asshole. Alright, then I'll play along. Man, this is such a...
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Alright, nice. Awesome. Good morning, employee 427. Press on your controller. Well, let's not do that. Oh, man. You're giving me like this creepy don't be afraid mannequin vibes, you know? I don't know. Just standing like that. You Unreal Engine asset. Oh, really? The game is not gonna do anything. Oh, jeez. Alright then.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Ah, come on, ChatGPT. Stop it. Ah, guys, you gotta help me. If you're like seeing this video right now, press the subscribe button. Really? It's the only way that I'm gonna get out of this hellhole. I don't have a wife. I mean, look at her. She's creepy. She doesn't have any facial expressions. She doesn't have any clothes.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
dear.
But in his
You keep
mind,
trolling me.
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Please press to watch TV where there is no TV. Trollolo, April Fools.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
See, there's
First,
no
he
TV.
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
That thought excited him terribly. Oh my god, Stanley, is it such a toxic work environment, man? Oh, well, we've all been there, I guess. Please press to spend time with the boys. Oh yes, spend time
So
with the boys.
he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
We didn't encounter that. Are these like possible endings that are being hinted? I don't know. Please try to tell your kids a story. Well, kids, I have a story to tell.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Please press X to tell your wife you love her. I love you, honey. Mwah.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
Ah.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Please press to go to sleep. Oh, sleep now, David. And remember, don't be afraid.
And I'm trying to tell him this.
Okay.
That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Yeah, well then I want out, but you trapped me.
He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Plus, just to be at work in the morning. Well, I've got like people watching live. I can't let them down. I can't wait for hours.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Oh,
How
we're
can I
back.
tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Please press square to question nothing. Okay, I'll play your game, ChatGPT.
I suppose I
what you
can't.
want.
Not in the way I want him to. But I
No.
don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
That's right,
They're not so
OpenAI.
different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
April Fool.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please
and I
die.
tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Alright. I died. Oi. Okay. It's just a little pause. Okay, Stanley died. Let's do this
All of his
again.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Alright.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, well, then we're gonna
When
go
Stanley
do another
came to a
ending,
set
I
of
guess.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh well, I'll play your game. It's always the same art in the building. Like, geez, come on, guys. Try to hire some
Yet there
other
was not a
interior
single
decorators.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting why they got a whiteboard manager. Oh. Meeting schedule, weekly target, marketing Mondays, blah blah blah, group, blah 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 blah. I don't know anything. We're broke Wednesday. We're broke Wednesday. Financial panic me. Oh my god, that's Stanley. And what office are you working, man? Termination Tuesdays. Office efficient. Financial panic meeting, man. That's not going well with the company, I guess. Mergers, IDs plus development. Review of. Oh my god, it's like look at so much information from this whiteboard. Recruit pranking. Oh, I'm all for the pranking floors meeting. It fits perfectly for the April Fool's live stream. When is it? When is it? It's on 10 a.m. on Friday. All right. And it's still Tuesday, so that means I got 3 days to prepare some awesome pranks for the prank full meetings. What to do about 400-3-2? We were like 400-7, I guess. But who is 400-3-2? Don't tell 400-3-2 about the meeting. That's not nice. Office party, 4 p.m. This box is too small. Well, anyways, RIP friends. I don't know who friends is, but anyways. What's on this whiteboard? Complete today's blah, 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 blah. Agenda. Reflect. Future was yesterday, tomorrow is you. Targets. Get Chris out of the broom closet. I just love these texts. They're so funny. Hire someone to synergize papers. I don't know. Papers are too synergized. Yeah, papers. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the papers in it. Oh man, what a meeting! Like, who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of blah blah blah. And then it's like, not cost efficient. Okay. Anyways, we've watched too much. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute, you circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out in triplicate. Oh, solving interpersonal conflict. Blah, blah, blah. Like yourself to work the other kind of food initiates conflict. Oh my god, this is like full of spelling errors. Oh, this is so relatable. Like, it's so relatable. Like, just the little PowerPoint spelling errors. And nobody likes to say you made a spelling error, so everybody's like, just shuts up. Don't believe in tips from the podcast. Don't believe in amazing work all the time, every day. How to solve a dispute because let it ball up inside you. Take it passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Oh, it's just keep my mouth shut, I guess. Show some battle and all the text will sure calm a productive work environment. You most of all. Yeah, that's true. There is only one bad place. Something else? Number of slides. Oh, it's got so many slides, huh? Mostly charts. Oh, you guys must love your charts. I don't like charts. With charts on the same slide with the same information. Well, I hate charts. Charts don't say anything. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. I don't like numbers, I like people, man. Please no more charts, please, I'm begging, stop. Okay, we're through the PowerPoint presentation. Oh man, this company, it's such a laugh. Synergetic core value expensive, global market parade. Monetize free to play. No! What? Monetize free to play? You guys serious? You're going the Ubisoft route? You assholes! You want to go and make paywalls for everything? For every DLC? Is that what the Stanley Parable is all about? I sure hope not. Like, seriously, I hope not.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Do we really need to go upstairs? Oh, there's a note. I can't pick up the notes. What? Well, it's more
But
interesting
Stanley
here.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Oh my god, I want this work
The strangest
experience.
question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's your conscience,
Now
Stanley.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now,
Yeah, well,
hearing
is
the voice
Stanley
speak
awake
these
or
words
is
was quite a
Stanley
shock to
not
Stanley.
awake?
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Oh, but I want to
my
float in
apartment
space.
and my wife and my job.
I wanted to go in
All
space
I
with
want is my life
Markiplier.
exactly the way it's always been.
Oh,
My life is normal.
no.
I am normal.
I don't want to be normal.
Everything will be fine.
Normal's boring, man.
I am okay.
Yeah, you're not okay, Stanley, man. I want to go in space with Markiplier.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Oh.
someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Ah.
And everything went black.
Stanley's dead.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself.
Mark, that you?
Dead on the sidewalk.
Mark!
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Hey, Mark's not
He was
strange.
obviously crazy. This much she knew.
Don't
Everyone
insult
knows
my
what
hero.
crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Hey.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Mark is very
It
real.
was
Don't
comforting
insult
to
my
think this,
YouTube hero.
And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a
Don't you have
moment
to, like,
that
call
she stood
emergency
there,
services?
staring down at the body.
Call an ambulance, woman.
And then she turned and ran.
Mariella. Okay. Well, Mariella, thanks for doing nothing. I don't know how it is with you guys, but like in Belgium, you're compelled by law to help a citizen in need. Like you have
All of
to
his
call.
co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean?
Okay, that was
Stanley
just
decided to go
one
to the
strange
meeting room.
ending
Perhaps
here
he
in
had
the live
simply missed a
stream.
memo.
We're doing an April Fool's live stream, and I just had this idea. I just wanted to play the Stanley Parable again. I mean, it's the perfect April Fool's game.
When Stanley
This
came to a
game
set
just
of
keeps
two
you on your
open
toes.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, we've already entered the door on the right, so if you want to view the video, after the live stream ends, you can go and back to the video. Oh, and by the way, I also added some content warning, so the game warns you when there's like certain topics that are pretty sensitive, like the
Yet
last
there was
ending
not
that
a
we just
single
got
person here
was
either.
about mental
Feeling
illness.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
So the last was about
Coming to a
mental
staircase,
illness.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And it was right here that I unlocked this. But anyways, we're not gonna do that now. I'm gonna do and unlock a different ending. I'm gonna go to the boss's office. Hey boss. Bossy. Executive bathroom. Yeah, alright. Boss? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but no, not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Alright. Can't open the bedroom. Nope. Interacts. No water streaming. Oh man, the executive bedroom sucks. Doesn't have any streaming water. Computer. Nope. Nope. Boring. Moving on. These sets of doors. I just feel like exploring a bit because all the co-workers are gone, the bosses are gone. It's time to go wild. No. Dun-dun. Alright. Let's see where this elevator leads us. Yeah, nice relaxing music. I feel like I'm playing The Sims right now. Don't know about you guys. Does it remind you guys of The Sims? Chat. A nice and relaxing, soothing music. Perfect elevator music. Okay. I was worried, like, if this was a horror game, then Hey. April Fools! This is like the same, this is just the same room. Okay, that is what I mean with the perfect April Fool's game. You think this game just like, it throws you off like... This is what
Stepping into
makes
his
this
manager's
game so
office,
fun in my
Stanley
opinion.
was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845, but what if we like reverse, like what are we going to get from comments? So 28455482, let's reverse.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Do you guys like want to hear a funny story? Like at one time, the keypad for the door to the office where I work in, like I work at the government, was literally, I kid you not, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like seriously, that's like the biggest hackable code ever. That's like the code that everyone uses, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I use this. I use this in the,
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in. And the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh, okay, you're being compassionate. Thanks so much, ChatGPT. Or narrator voice. God, I don't know who you are. I'm just gonna call you the narrator, I guess. Because that's in the subtitles. Nah, there's nothing over here. Okay, scary elevator experience. Doesn't remind me of any horror stream that I did in the past or horror videos.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Alright, let's unlock the terrible secret, guys. Are we going to crack the secret vault of our boss?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
What? Okay, so we got two options, chat. Are we going to escape or are we going to do the mind control facility? I'm gonna count down to 10. Just let me know in the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now. What you guys want me to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's just go to the mind control facility, I guess. I'm just way too curious. What's this? Just one button, huh? Alright.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
This is what I want IMAX to be. Like, you know, in the movie theaters, but I don't know whether, like, in the movie theaters where I go, they got, like, this IMAX version, like, it has, like, I don't know, like a full, like, just half of the movie theater is filled with, like, the movie screen. It's just so awesome, so immersive. Anyways. Pressing some buttons. That's what Stanley's MO is. Alright, buttons for camera, obviously.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fired.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427. Oh, there it is. There it is. 427. Ah. 427. Look. Yeah. That's it. That's our office over there. Straight up. 12 o'clock. Okay, I have to advance to the next area, apparently. Alright. This button, what does this do?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Well, that's work.
Was this the only reason
in
he was
general.
happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Well, hey, Stanley, mate, what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna revolt or something? You're gonna hit your boss, get fired?
No. He refused to believe it. He
Stanley,
couldn't
man.
accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Stanley
It
is
was
gonna go all
unthinkable.
Hulk mode.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Facility
Controls
proof.
labeled with emotions.
Tower,
Happy,
I mean,
or sad, or content.
Facility proof.
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
What
For
does this
he
do?
would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Doesn't do anything. Thought it was gonna stand in some weird shit or something, or get, I don't know. Laser to death. Okay, but where is the button that I need to press? Like this. Console disabled. Is there... I'm just gonna explore for a bit, guys. Just bear with me, bear with me. So we got facility power, so... Can I press this? No, can't. I can't press this. There is a button right here. It doesn't do anything just yet, but probably guessing that if we like really... Oh, wait up. There's stairs over here. Can I enter them? They're blocked. I can see too well in the dark. Yeah, they're blocked as you can see. Oh, that's too bad. Well, let's just go to facility power. We'll probably have to press like some of these buttons to... No, there's 5 over here. Let's just take like a quick recap. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are they all lined up against the walls? That's 3. That's 3 over there. We got 1 and 2 over there, I think. I don't know. Yeah, those were 1 and 2. We got 5. I got 3. Where is 4? If you guys like see 4 chat, you can help me. Just navigate. It's 4 inside there. Mind controls idle awaiting input. Where is 4? There's 3. Is it on the opposite side or something? No. Is it right here on top? No. Oh well, heck. I hope it doesn't matter much. I sincerely hope, sincerely hope I don't have to press like button 4, or perhaps this game is just, because this game is just like a big troll all in itself. There, maybe there is no button 4. I don't know. It's like the perfect April Fool's game. This game, perfect for the live stream that I
And when
had
at
in mind
last he
for
found the
today to
source of the
surprise you
room's
guys.
power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Wait, there's something in the back over there that I can't like really read it. What does it say? Does it have like an important text displayed? I don't know. No, I don't think so. Don't really think so. Oh, there's a whole bunch of text over there to the left. It's just like... This sounds silly, but let's just take my camera to, like really quick to zoom in. No, it's just a bunch of gibberish computer code. Alright, mind controls idle awaiting input. So we're gonna turn it on or off. I don't know. Because this game is an April Fool's game, as I told or put in the title. So that means this game is probably either it's gonna mess with us, and if we put off, then it's probably gonna turn on, or the game wants to mess with us with our expectations, and either it's putting on will exactly put the mind controls on. So that's the dilemma we're facing. But oh well. I'm all for enabling. Do your thing. I'm just gonna press it.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Oh.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Loading mind controls.
Oh, Stanley.
No, put it up, put it up, put it up.
I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were
Crap.
supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
That's not what I wanted to do,
you don't have
man.
nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
No.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification,
Oh, where is the
nuclear
DNA?
detonators are said to explode, eliminating the
Where
entire
can I put
complex.
my DNA?
How long until detonation then?
Take all of my saliva.
Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Stanley?
it's high paced.
It's your
It's forward
time to
paced.
shine. You are the star.
What do I
it's
need to
your
do?
story now. Shape it to your heart's desires.
3.
Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Oh.
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what
I can
precious
escape
moments
through
each
the
one of them
fire
is.
escape.
More time to
Oh,
talk
there's
about
4.
you,
Alright,
about
alright.
me,
Now,
where we're
oh.
going.
Oh, crap.
What all this
Okay,
means,
okay, guys.
I barely know where
I got
to
this.
start.
I hope I got this.
What's that?
Okay, I got
Imagine where
1
your
minute, 1 minute.
co-workers
Okay,
are.
it's plenty of time.
A moment
1,
of solace before you're
2,
obliterated.
and then we go back
All right,
to
I'm in a
3.
good
Oh
mood.
my
You're
god,
gonna
I
die anyway.
stay.
I'll tell you exactly
hope
what
I
happened
make
to
it,
them.
but it's like
I
a long walk
erased them.
from
I
4
turned
to
off the
5.
machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
I know
buttons
that.
endlessly and then dying alone.
Yep, you did that.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
You're really
I say
mean,
this,
man.
though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even
I
better.
pressed 1, 2, 3, 4,
My
5.
goodness,
Wasn't that
only
the code?
34 seconds left.
Oh,
But I'm
crap.
enjoying this so much.
Oh,
You know
wait.
what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Okay.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
Yeah.
Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Exactly.
Or did you just
Do I have to
assume when you
put
saw that
in the
timer
time?
that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons.
Console
no,
disabled.
These colored
Press
ones.
any key
Or
to
maybe
send
this
power
big red
surge.
button.
Alright,
Or
press
this
any key, press any
door.
key.
Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Sold? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this
No.
place is? Stanley.
Or are there more consoles
You're
that I
in
can
for quite a
disable? What do I have to
disappointment.
do?
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
Alright.
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Oh,
To
wait.
see you made humble.
It's got like these codes, like
This is not a
3.
challenge. It's a tragedy.
There was a 3.
You
Okay,
wanted to
okay.
control this world,
Oh
that's
man,
fine.
crap.
I'm going to destroy it first. So
3
you
first.
Can't.
I only got like 30 seconds.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Goodbye, employee
That's 30
47.
seconds you
No!
have left to struggle. 30 seconds
Oh
until a
crap,
big
I
boom
figured it out too late.
No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And
I don't find your...
I will be laughing
I
at
find
every
your lack of
second
humor
your inevitable
disturbing.
life from the moment we
Got a
fade
quote
in
Darth
until the
Vader here.
moment I say happily ever after.
Ah, crap. Ah. You asshole, man. Oh,
Stanley
dear.
decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the
Guilty as
thought of total
charged.
solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Not right now. I'm gonna go back to the mind control machine. Perhaps now shut it off, or just press the off button, see what it does.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Oh well.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Stanley decided to ask his boss for a promotion, then he got fired.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
You got it. Oh. Oh man. Alright.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated,
yeah,
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Yeah. Let's usher in a new age. Alrighty. Coolio. Oh yeah. It's the elevator. Well, I don't know. Should I like put it on again and then use
Stanley
the
walked
code?
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm kind of in... I don't know. I'm doubting, like, should I like just put it on and try to solve the puzzle, or should I turn it off? What do you guys
What horrible secret did this place hold?
Because I'm fine with either of these two options.
To find out.
But oh man, I felt like I was really close to solving this puzzle, but I was like just panicking and walking around with a chicken with his head cut off. So like, oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
601, because 601 got fired. Well, you didn't get the gist of it. There were 601 employees. That's a large company. Damn.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That's some deep psychological reflective thinking, man. Kudos, Stanley. Oh. I thought I just broke the game again, like yesterday when I was playing The Witcher, if you guys were there.
Controls labeled with emotions,
game like
happy or sad or content, walking eating, working,
Okay,
all of it
so we got...
monitored and commanded from this very place.
Okay.
And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, I don't know if like solving the puzzle will do anything for me, so let's just try to shut it off. Let's just do that. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Bam, off. Power down. Alright.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
This is like shaping up to be a real horror experience.
Moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go.
Exactly.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Yes.
And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Hey, this is like a cool effect, you know. You know what would have been like even much cooler than this? Like if this grass and stuff like went all around the catwalk over here. Even though it makes not a lick of sense, but that's just what this game is all about.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation,
nature,
the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
That's nice. That's a really good ending in my opinion. I also love walks in nature. Oh, got a trophy, but I don't think it's gonna show, but I just got a trophy, beat the game. That's cool, man. And I got my first ever trophy in the game.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Alright. Is there something changed? Because that's the beauty of the Stanley Parable. It's like this kind of psychological horror experience, but with less horror in it. So if you guys like being fooled and stuff like that, this is the perfect game for you guys. Like, it's just a funny game, in my opinion.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, let's go and do one more ending. Or perhaps, I don't know, let's just see how much time
there was not a single person
I'm just going to do
either.
the escape thingy.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he'd come into a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Skip. Shut up, narrator. You can't jump. I got another trophy.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets,
keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons.
Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Quelle surprise, French. That's French for what a surprise. I'm Belgian, so I know a bit of French, like basic French. But anyways, just wanted to teach you guys that. So quelle surprise means what a surprise. Bonjour means hello in French. but maybe you guys
Stanley
already know
walked
that.
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nope, escape. I'm outie.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth, but of course, Stanley thought better of it. Nope, still on board with death.
Oh. You get like this warning. No. We can go through it. Oh, by the way, if you guys are now watching this live, you should rewatch this video after the live stream finishes, because at the beginning of the game, it was so funny. Like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, you guys have just to watch it for yourself, but I went like in this warehouse section, and what happened there was hilarious. I'm going to make a short of it as well, so don't you worry. There's plenty of Stanley Parable to go around.
The door behind him was not shut.
Nope.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Well, screw you guys, I'm going home, Cartman would say. That's what I'm gonna do.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I laugh in the face of danger and death. Woo! Whoop-de-doo! Wee! Whoa, that's a long fall. Hope there's some cushions to break my fall. No cushions, but I'm still alive. Woo! Stanley, man. You're the man of steel, man.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh,
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
I don't want to be
his death was of no
compressed.
great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end.
Oh,
to his
this is
brief and
violent.
shallow
Ah,
life.
this is horrific.
Farewell, Stanley.
No content warning. No. Isn't this extreme content? Oop.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
April
Stanley was led
Fools.
helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him
April
instantly.
Fools. Oh. I called it. Oh. Oh my god, this is awesome, guys. I just called it like April Fools. Hey, this is the best prank ever. It's got this horror element in it. Like, you're screaming. Like, you know,
And yet it
oh
would
my
be
god, I'm
just a
gonna
few
die.
minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
But who are you, lady? How should I call you? Oh, this. Ooh. The Stanley Parable. This is interesting. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, it's over there. Oh.
When every path you can walk has been
Hey, the
created
wall
for you
is
long
gone.
in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that
Nature
Stanley
things.
was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Nope, I did not expect this. Filing cabinets. Got some office computers. Oh my god, it's like the Fat Marketplace. Two doors. The set of the two doors, almost the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Yep, that's true. Oh, we got some explanatory stuff over here. Signs. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The score data has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Well, that's awesome that you guys put so much thought into your game. Office layout, blueprint, so the beginning of the game. The part from the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, so the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Okay. Oh yeah, right. This is like Stanley's office. Then you go. Yeah. I can see it. That's cool. The office, all the doors, of course. Button sounds. Selected the sounds used throughout them when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Boom. All different sounds. Alright. Alright, anyways, let's just move on towards the next area. Office. Maintenance room. It's like this whole big museum, an ode to the Stanley Parable itself, to the game. Narrator emails after second reason. Time would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. But what is the different ending? Now I'm curious, because I've picked up this phone earlier. Yeah, and what happens when you... Of staying or jumping, however, after this we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Well, I'm not gonna spoil much, but the cargo lift, like this sign says it all, like what happened. Second version is eventually the same as what's in the, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Yeah, right. What's this? Van, maintenance, obey, disobey. Oh, this is all of these choices. Obey, disobey, lounge, maintenance, one option, two options, yes. Three, one doorway to maintenance in the lounge and the original back on track option. And the vent, what about this? Staircase, yes, that's like the final choice. Cool. Ah, we can't pull the levers right now. That's too bad, man. Freedom ending just as it existed in beta. Countdown room. Yeah, well, this is the ending that we just unlocked, so.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
But there was also like a different path over here. Hey, what's this? What? Narration outtakes, Kevin.
This elevator for sure would get him right back on track to
Roughly
where he
3
was
separate
supposed
times
to be
over the
in
2 years
story.
of development. These are clips from earlier
Stanley
days that
stood
were
on
not
the
used
snow.
in the final game.
Then he pushed the number 4.
Kevin Brighting, man. That's the voice actor of the narrator voice, man. Awesome. I really like the narrator voice, to be honest. I like this British accent, which is cool. But I mean, can you imagine like just doing only voice? I mean, I'm not gonna say he only did voice acting for the Stanley Parable, but I mean, for 2 years, like recording clips for 2 years straight, man, that's insane, man. It's like, my hat's off to you, Kevin Brighting. That's an awesome achievement. Well, let's just pull this lever.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path.
I'm gonna
Stop
turn off my
now, it'll be
PlayStation.
your only true choice. Whatever you do,
It's pretty
choose it.
impressive that
Don't
the
let
game knows
time
that I'm
choose
playing
for
on
you.
PlayStation
Don't
and
let
not on PC. Yeah, alrighty. Wait. Avoid it. What if I just press the home button, then go out and then back in? Wait, just let me get. Let's see. Oh my god. I don't know if this was intentionally done. I don't know. The chat, you're still with me? Oh, you guys are still with me. I just pressed like my home button. It just went to the
Even
main.
now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
What? Haha, April Fools, man. This is awesome. They just broke the fourth wall. I love this shit. Oh my god, I'm eating this shit up right now. It's so awesome. New content. See, so I just. Oh my god, this is so. Yeah, well, I'm just sorry if I'm just too overexcited like the little kid in a candy store, but man, I love this gameplay mechanics. I don't know if it's like coincidental, if that's the English word. Like it's just like I just press the home button at the exact same time that I get the game over screen or the die screen. But anyways,
Oh,
I hope it's
new
the
content?
first one that when
What
I
does
press
that
the
mean,
home button
new content?
that I got this new path. Let's explore this new path. New contents. This lift does ring a bell. I've already played this before. You guys can watch it in my playlist of the Stanley
Hello,
Parable.
and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
See, it's from
As
the
you
Ultra
may know,
Deluxe
the
DLC.
Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Oh, really now?
After receiving
It's almost
critical
like
and
12
commercial
years
success,
ago.
it was expanded upon in 2022
That's
with
3
the
years
Stanley
ago.
Parable Ultra Deluxe, a
Of course.
reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
That's awesome because I'm playing on PlayStation right now.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting
More
audiences the
game.
world over.
That's awesome, man.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds
Oh, yeah, I love
delightful.
this.
I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Of course. DLC
Okay,
is
so
good,
far
man.
it's an elevator. Nothing
Unless they're
special
hidden
yet,
behind the
but I'm
paywall.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yeah.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's go.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Alright, narrator.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
Jumps remaining. Oh, we finally got a jump button. Whoop, whoop-de-doo. Oh yeah, we're making great progress. Come on, Stanley, put your back into it. Jump, Stanley, jump, 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 press the button. Okay, what happens now? Yeah. A colossal waste of time. April Fools. Alrighty, cool.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Surely
apparently
that's
so.
not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact,
you
I'm
big
looking
game
right
companies,
now at the
you
game's
should watch
trophies,
this,
and it's
man.
hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please
You know
ignore."
who I'm talking about.
What quality assurance department signed off on this?
That's
I'm
true.
infuriated and I'm offended, and
Rage
I
is
intend to fling
real.
these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
It's X right now.
It's
Elon
my fault,
Musk like
Stanley.
bugged it up.
I built up
It's
too
X.
much anticipation
Sorry
around the
to
new
burst your
content, I'm
bubble.
afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Hey, you better not be messing with me. Because today is the 1st of April, what? Fool's Day. That's exactly what I was talking about. See, guys, this isn't the corridor that we usually woke up in. Is this the exciting new content that we're getting but didn't get?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I don't know. I've played way too many horror games to be like very trusting.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Hey, nobody calls me a dork.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Nah. Alright. Bring it on. Nobody calls me a dork and gets away with it. Oh. What have I gotten myself into?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be?
Yeah, it was a
thinking
huge
about the
buzzkill.
past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
There's not. I mean, I'm perfectly safe here. This isn't going to be like. There's not going to be like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic like coming after me, right? Hey, narrator. Like. Okay, just fine. Be like that. Oh, it's like a chapel. Awesome. It's got like this Gothic Roman chapel vibes. Oh, this is nice. This is cool. Coolio.
I call it the Memory Zone.
The Memory
It's
Zone.
where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences
nice.
like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, cool. I love this. I'm glad I went
You see,
inside
Stanley,
the vent.
doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was
forget.
sullied with a cheap PlayStation port?
Hey.
Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally
Oi.
launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Well, if you want me to play it on PC, I can do so too. Don't have to be so insulting, narrator. That's like all of the awards. Audience awards. I like. Did they really win this? That's pretty impressive. If they got like an audience award. Must be like people really were into this game when it first released. If that's true and it's not a prank or if that, it's pretty impressive. My hat's off to you guys, developers. Smile because it happened. But I can totally understand why. An achievement, well, it's impossible to get this achievement. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Yeah, I noticed this trophy in... Yeah. Noticed that this trophy was part of this game. I mean... That's one of those trophies that you get when you're like just playing other games like a lot. And if you want like platinum, you'll probably have to play the Stanley Parable, fully get all the achievements, and just let this game rest. But it's like an achievement that can be accomplished with almost not accomplished. New video game released in the day, creators surprisingly down to earth. Game innovation. What is this? The debut, the game, I mean, the book. Story, yeah. Stanley Parable deals with tough choices, that's true. The bench over here. Oh, we can't sit on the bench.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now, a lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation, boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, this is a really weird place. Oh, bad reviews. We don't want those.
This game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh well, to each their own, I guess. Man, what a sourpuss. You don't have to take this game really at face value. Just enjoy the ride. That's what this game is all about. Not take it too seriously. Not
Okay,
recommended.
let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
I'm not
You
preachy.
can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Noodle
goodness.
chef.
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear.
Oh.
What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
I love this voice actor.
Like
he
a
must
failure.
have like a field
Like
day
I
with
let
this
these people
stuff.
down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Ah, the realization hits you, buddy. I get that, bro. You
What's
put
this
in all
one
the
got to
hard
say?
work and then you get all these negative
You
reviews
constantly have
on
to
your
stop doing
resume.
anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the
But it's
record.
gonna hurt your
Only
feelings,
positive
mate.
reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Skip button. Why do I get the feeling like the skip button isn't going to end really well? Like this is one of your bad ideas, narrator. I don't know. I've got got a bad feeling about this. Just
And
gonna
here
quote
it is.
Star
Go
Wars.
ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you...
Alright.
Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was
cool.
plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in
Yeah,
video
blah
games.
blah. Skip.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's
Yeah,
the power
you
of the
did.
button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all
Oof, exactly.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
There was.
How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place?
There was
I don't
a door.
think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
No.
A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there?
Oh, there's like a clock ticking in the background.
go?
Do you guys hear it?
Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please,
Ooh.
I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door.
I'm
We need a
doing
door of
all
some
I
kind.
can.
I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment.
All
and
right.
I'm going to try to find us a door.
That's
I don't
awesome,
know
buddy.
how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here.
Can I just ask my
Wait here for
question
me,
real quick
and
because you
don't
didn't let
press
me
the
finish
skip
my
button.
sentence?
Got
You're
it?
rambling on.
Yes, good. I'll be right back.
Okay, I got a quick question. Can I take this button to my work? Can I like just skip my 9 to 5? You know, just skip my 9 to 5 and then go home, make some dinner, have some fun times, live stream on my gaming channel. Nope. Yeah. I wonder if this is like kind of a I don't know if you guys like played Assault. Wait, no, it's not Fallout. It's Far Cry 4, yeah, Far Cry 4. And I don't know if you guys like played it, but in the intro of Far Cry 4, I was like, this was really funny. Like, I was just AFK for quite a bit, and I just had to do like a quick bathroom break. And when I came back, if you like wait a certain amount of time, and I was just doing other stuff as well, like putting in my laundry and stuff like that, like putting it in the washing machine, you know. And when I returned, I got like another ending. Like if you wait long enough in Far Cry 4 and you just do nothing, you're not going to explore on your own, then you're going to get like another ending where Ming, I think this villain's character is, he like becomes the best buddies with you instead of you becoming like Ming is becoming the villain. That's really funny, but I don't trust you, narrator.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh, right.
You've just been frozen there.
That's awesome, man.
I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but
No,
they're
I don't
really,
care.
truly...
We've waited long
Stanley,
enough.
You're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
The
I have
plant
someone to talk
is
to
dead.
again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person
Oh,
to
you must
speak
have
with.
been so lonely,
And you
man.
think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think
I'm
that
talking
it's
right now.
exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all.
Oh.
It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These
words that I'm saying. Not going to let you finish your sentences.
Oh, hello, it's you.
Yeah,
You're
it's
here
me.
again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
Really?
I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me
Not
describe
really,
it
no.
for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
That's some
All of them
self-reflection, man.
collapsed down into a single instant.
Ouch.
In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart.
Yeah, right.
It was an
That's a
impossibly
great
rich
insight.
wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously.
Yeah.
I was
sounds
consumed by it. I could do nothing
Really?
but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a
Alright.
space without consequence, without action or outcome.
Can you,
it was
like, just
divorced
get to the
entirely
point,
from the
please?
question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I
Yeah.
felt freed. I felt
Alright.
unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being.
So,
I
what's
saw
your
that I could
solution,
allow
man?
myself to exist along all timelines, and
That's
that
great,
each
buddy.
of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite.
Infinite.
For the longest time, this was my
Alright,
experience.
yes.
And then, this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known
Okay, now
crept
I'm
into my
intrigued.
mind.
What kind
and
of
it is
fear?
this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible.
Ah, get to
I
the
have
point,
been waiting
man.
for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence.
And the
I
obvious.
wish you to feel afraid as I do.
Alright, Skip. I wish you to feel afraid as I do. I don't like that kind of talk, man. Oh, we're going full horror mode, huh? It's getting dark, you know. Getting kind of this horror vibes. Dark room. It's not dark, it's got light. What if we skip it again? Oh, the clock fell off. Clock isn't ticking anymore. There is a alarm clock going off. Oh no! It's the fire alarm, I guess. See? Why is the fire alarm going off? There is no smoke or whatever, or is there just not enough oxygen in the room, I guess? After all these years?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others.
That's
but
people
of course,
for you,
absolutely
man.
anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes, it seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves.
Yeah, it's true. It's called being a toxic fan. I know.
And find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so,
you are right,
because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness.
Would you mind that I press the skip
we have
button?
demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves.
Okay, that's enough out of you. Bye. Sorry. Oh. Wait up. Did I just break the game? Can I press the button? Oh yes, I can. Oh.
The end is never the end, 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 is.
Oh my god, guys, I just broke the narrator.
Never the end, is never the.
I just broke the game again.
Is never the end, is never.
Narrator, wake up, man. Wake up. Oh crap. Narrator. You over there, I'm feeling really lonely out of here. Like out here, I mean. Oh man. Ah, the skip button works again. Let's just keep skipping. Ooh! What year is it? What year is it? Just trying to do Robin Williams' impression of Alan and Jumanji, but I think I failed a little bit, but anyways. You get the gist of it. Oh, there's sunlight coming through the roof. Okay, some nice plants over here. That's cool. Well, it's all weed, but anyways. Looks nice. Hey, now, wait up. Now the plants and stuff are gone. Narrator. How many times do I have to press this button? Oh! The skip button is broken. Oh! Ooh! We can go outside of our bunker. What is this? Eh? Everything's gone. We just ended in a desert or a wasteland. Sun's over there, bunker's over there. I'm just like gonna walk like straight so I can still see the bunker behind me. Oh. I don't know what kind of ending this was, but it's all part
All
of
of his
this
co-workers
Stanley.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, that's all part of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, you guys. And this is as much time as I have right now, but I want to thank you guys for watching because I really had a blast. I wasn't feeling like very, very well today. Maybe perhaps a little bit sad because I really miss my mother. Because she's like gone now, and she died a really couple of years ago, and I just felt like really like I missed her. So I
No
thought
matter
I'd
how
have
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a
these
trace
little
of his
moments,
co-workers.
and if you like lost a loved one, you can relate, or just like a friend or something. And I just had a really rough time, and I really loved that you guys were here with me, supporting me. Supporting me in silence, but it's what I love. I love you guys, my loyal fans. Thanks so much for watching and supporting me, supporting the stream, and I really had just a blast. Lots of laughs. And I hope you guys had too, that this made your day. And I promise that I'm gonna make so much more fun content, because this is what I love doing. It's what YouTube is all about. It's about sharing experiences, sharing fun moments with people, doing fun live streams. That's all this gaming channel is about. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys thought of it. If you haven't subbed already, but I guess you guys have, so sub, leave a comment, smash the bell button if you really like to get notified of future live streams. Remember, tomorrow at 8 p.m. GMT +1 GMT time, so just an hour before, because the weekly schedule has changed, we're going to do, me and my girlfriend, we're going to do our Baldur's Gate 3 live stream. So if you want to tune in, you can do so there. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.